Oh, wait, you didn't do that yet?
I did know.
So they couldn't hear me after all.
What's up, Ram? Sorry you couldn't be up tonight, but thank you for watching us on record. Appreciate it. Should get a shout out. Chuck Taylor. What's up, Chuck?
That's my man Chuck. Did the music for my YouTube stuff, man.
Chuck, you gotta hook the Stylus League up, Chuck.
Chuck did the Icons track. That was him rapping on that Icons track I played for you.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That was good stuff, Chuck. I'm down for that, Chuck.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I saved. Oh no. I think I saved my Akira thing in 2022 and then I uninstalled it.
It doesn't even open. It's the same file type.
No, it's telling me it's not trying to open it. I hope that's the problem, because that would be real bad if I lost it completely. Like, so bad, dude.
Your Dropbox should have iterations of it.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Good looking.
I think.
No, you're right. You're right.
I see anything I'm working on currently goes on OneDrive. For that one reason. All right. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. How are you, Mike?
I'm good. I hope I'm good. I'm good. I think maybe. How are you?
Good. So if you guys have not had a chance to join our streams, but we have a really great supporter of ours that's always hanging out with us almost every stream, and also helps moderate our Discord channel. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet Mr. MJ, you will meet him tonight. What's up,
Hello.
MJ?
How's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
I am ecstatic to be here. This is really cool. I'm going to do some terrible sculpting and show everyone how horrible I am.
If you were horrible, you would never got a call. You know, we have a show standard. We have a show standard.
We, much like TLC, have a no scrubs policy here on the Stylus League.
I am glad that that's recorded. I'm going to play that for my wife later.
Yeah.
It's not scrubs. It's like you put in enough hours. You know, once you put enough hours, put enough time, you paid your dues.
Yeah, I suppose.
So,
This
like
is
every
true.
stream, our guest gets to pick what we're going to work on. And MJ's choice is that we're going to work on DC villains. So, for those who've been waiting for Mike to do something that's not in the Marvel world, tonight's your night.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
Courtesy of MJ.
Definitely.
Before we start, were you able to pick up your file? Were you able to locate the other file from last week, Mike?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I
will show it a little later tonight. So, MJ, what is your character of choice?
Well, not that anybody could tell from the terrible messing around that I was just doing, but I'm going to be working on Bane.
Bane. Will you be doing any Bane voice for us tonight?
Ooh. No.
I thought you were going to do it.
It was right there. It could happen.
Simply play in the dark. I was born here.
Was that Connery?
Oh, that was really good. No, that was
good.
That was good, Mike.
Like that.
That was a good Connery. I mean,
yeah. Well, thanks, Miss Moneypenny. All right,
Mike, what are you going to work on?
I am going to work on a little Bizarro. I think a little Bizarro tonight. It's gonna be my thing. You?
My character of choice, I'm going to do Red Death from Dark Knight Metal.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Since you got your stuff up from last week.
No, this is an old one. This is not right at all.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
So Mike is trying to locate his file from last week so we can show you guys where we left off on our last project. But I still have mine, and this is where I left off.
It's big. There you go.
Well, my character.
Tell us who this is again.
Was Saber from Dark Fate Night, and this is her. So nice. The last few things I have to go in and create a low mesh and some UVs so I can bring her into Substance Painter and do a render. So I'm thinking about rendering in cycles.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, man. That looks awesome.
I was able to use a stager for the hand, so that that was stager and mixed with a little bit of layers to kind of like help pose everything. You can't beat old-fashioned layers.
That's true.
No.
Layer.
Well,
so it is all stagers.
I feel like I start every project somewhat differently, so I'm gonna try from this is just the ZP the mail ZPR file that's in ZBrush. We're gonna see how well that works because I haven't used this one to start a project with before, so it should be fun.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Rob. Rob says first time catching us live, won't be able to stick around, but excited to watch the video on demand afterwards. Thank you. We appreciate that. We're going to make sure we have an entertaining night so you have a good laugh when you're watching.
Nice. Okay.
And maybe you'll learn something too. That'll be awesome, right? Learning something's
good. Before it's done. All right. If anybody is wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get this. Like, if I lose this Tetsuo, it's crazy. So I can't lose it. Download.
Have you guys updated your UIs for 2022?
Yes. Yeah. I had an issue. I don't know if it has anything to do with 2022 at all, but I was crashing a little bit, and then I had a couple of blue screens. So just until I can figure out what the problem is, I uninstalled 2022, and I put up the old one.
Okay. Earlier today, off stream. So this is the base that I typically use when I'm making a male model. I just did some adjustments, and then I started going with Sculpting Pro. But
well, I'm gonna take a very much a messy approach with this, as far as not worrying too much about topology, because I'd like to 3D print this. When it's done, but we'll see.
Hi, Mari Cat.
Hey, Marcat.
One thing I do love that I'm so glad they were able to add in was that knife brush.
That's great, right?
It's the greatest.
Yeah. Oh no.
I mean, worst case, I mean, obviously not now, but like you should be able to do a fresh install on 22 and then open it from there.
If that's the problem, I hope that's the problem.
If you put the if you want me to open it, the rest give you a little relief. You can attach it, whatever file is now open.
Yeah. Let me see if I can open another file. Oh crap! All right, that one works with no problem. All right. I don't know. All right. Let's start with my guy.
You have a chance to see the Spider-Man trailer?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. I'm on hiatus. They show too much. You know what I'm saying? Like
they did show a lot. I will tell you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it's red herrings, though. I mean, there's some things that are, you know, they've been known to do that. Put a trailer out, and then we never see the scene happen.
Yeah. It's true.
Marvel has been known to do that, but Sony's willing to do whatever it takes to get that bag.
Yeah, but I think that part of their agreements, what they got going on with Marvel, might dictate a little bit of that.
Yeah.
They did give a lot. They did give a lot.
See? And I didn't watch it, so I'm going to go in there fresh as a daisy. You're going to be like, whoa, what happened to that part that they didn't show now? Because you know they do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only reason I came to this movie, and they didn't even show that part.
Well, this is definitely that part of the sculpt that is so disgusting. I hate even showing it.
Oh,
what are we here for?
It's the best part. When it sucks, it's the best part. Then you can go back later on and show people from whence it came. Bradley, who you say you're working on?
Red Death.
Dark Knight Metal.
Oh, yeah. Man, I wanted to do him for a second, and I was like, you know why I chose not to do him? Because I saw XM Studio statue, and it was fire.
Yeah.
So
you have that for reference, and
you got big boots to fill, brother.
I'm not trying to fill those boots. I'm just trying to DM my boots.
You know, he is villainous for most of the story, but then doesn't he turn over a good leaf at the end?
I didn't get to the end. Only bought a few comics in the series.
Hmm.
Last time I checked, he was killing people.
Hmm.
Where I left off, there was a lot of people dead. All right.
That is true.
Just it doesn't have all the armor and stuff that I have to worry about, and I'm going to pose this one with using Mixamo. So my biggest focus is to make sure I have good anatomy to start off with, and
You gotta point towards the camera a little more, Bradley. We can hear you, but you got real quiet.
Oh, sorry about that.
So I was telling Chuck Taylor earlier this week about Mixamo. So you're gonna open it up and use it in here today?
But when I get to the not today, but when I finish blocking out most of his armor's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm gonna put it in Mixamo, because a lot of his stuff is tight on him. So anywhere I have deformations and stuff like that, it'll be pretty cool. Unlike with the Saber character I did with the dress, it was a pain in the butt, so I had to manually do that. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Remember, if you have any questions, for those who are just joining in, I'm working on Red Death. MJ is working on Bane, correct?
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Way better than mine.
Mike is working on Bizarro, right?
That's right.
Awesome.
Oh no. All right, whatever. I got enough ref.
Was not a Sculptors Pro fan until Mike asked me to use it by looking at his workflow.
What'd you say?
I wasn't a Sculptors Pro guy before I started watching you do your stuff.
What's the name of the file you said to start with? It was like, crap. All right, let me move this off of here. That file you made me to like build other files, Bradley. What was that called?
It was the script file. I named it Mike's something. Mike's something.
Okay, here it is. My T file manager. Yeah.
So if you have any questions on what we're working on or anything at all, just let us know. And we'll make sure to share it out.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions about, let's see, miniatures or 3D printing, that's kind of the realm I live in most of my day. So
yeah, what's the company you work for, MJ?
Atomic Mass Games is the studio, and it's under the giant umbrella of Asmodee, which has other companies like Catan and Fantasy Flight Games, which was actually where I started. And we make, and this is probably not going to reflect well on me, we make Marvel Crisis Protocol, tabletop miniature game. Don't worry, everybody, whenever I get on conference calls and I got all this DC stuff behind me, there's actually an LED flash symbol light behind the shelf that's directly behind me when I'm on my work computer. And we also make Star Wars Legion, Cool.
Cool.
So yeah, those are the sandboxes I get to swim around in.
How much DC stuff do you get to work on?
None.
Ah, nice.
Although I don't think any of our studios work on any DC stuff. Yeah. I've been on them about it. I'm like, listen, we need to get a license, guys.
But the problem is because DC think they're Marvel.
Maybe. I think it's more if somebody else has the license.
Who had?
There's a couple of companies. Night Models has a DC miniatures license. Which really, it's just a Warner Brothers thing. So,
Chuck says, "Listen to you guys are. Listen, you guys are living representations of the coming metaverse artists. You're on this early. Is you mean like from us being all together and doing digital or streaming? Things would be better if we had some music from Chuck.
Yeah.
Like when Mike played that rap for me, Chuck. It was pretty dope, man.
I gave Bradley a little sneak peek of the of it when we get together there. And I lost all of my stuff. This is what happens when you completely redo your and reinstall everything. Now I'm looking for my my base mesh to start off with, and I don't even know what that is. This is crazy. Let's see. Space. Box, Cap. Oh, it's in Captain Marvel. Okay. Okay. All right. Ridiculous. All right. She's going to be bizarre.
Like one of my favorite shows came back this week. Very exciting.
Which
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, the Kevin Costner Yellowstone. Never mind.
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. It's all good.
Star Trek Discovery came back on. I love Star Trek Discovery.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hesitant when it came out, so I'm really behind. I never got into it. I was a little leery of
best Star Trek since Generations.
Well, that's praise.
I kind of gave up on Star Trek a while ago. I like the movies.
Yeah.
Like the new ones. I heard Discovery was good, though.
So, Mike, you had to uninstall it. But MJ, how's 2022 doing for you? Is there anything that you played with that you liked?
The bas relief is awesome. I love that. That's the first thing I played with because I knew I was probably going to get some use out of it. I need to play with some of the other features. I started watching Pavlovich's videos because, of course, he's like publishing them as the live stream's happening when they're announcing 2022 and releasing it and everything. So I need to go dig into that a bit more. But there's some really cool stuff with the dual brushes that looks pretty awesome. Like being able to almost kind of like Bob Ross it and load, like where he would load his brush with multiple layers of paint. You can almost do that same thing, but now with the dual brush functions, having dual alphas and dual textures and dual colors.
I wonder if those came from Pablo's dual brushes, because remember Pablo released a pack of dual brushes a while ago.
Well, that's possible.
I'm wondering,
Action stuff.
yeah, I'm wondering if that's something that they just kind of now, so that you can use color with it as well as the functions themselves.
Would not be surprised. Hey, Odon, how are you doing? By the way, Odon, my website works now. He was streaming a week or two ago, and he shared like my social links, and that's one of the. I think that was when I found out that my domain name wasn't working.
Mm.
It's fixed now.
Happens when you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to go to mjsculpts.art. There you go. First plug done.
You can.
That's what you're here for. You're here. Make that plug.
Which I do want to kind of make this clear since the last guest was IR Sculpts, and our usernames are very much similar except for the first two letters. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Because I feel like he probably did, but I didn't know about him when I set that name up. And I was like, well, this is great. This is, whatever. We'll both write it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I imagine there's a few people that sculpt. So
yeah. I've seen a couple others pop up in like Pixo streams.
I don't want to say it. That's what he's here for, MJ.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Because God knows ArtStation wouldn't tell me that I'm paying for a domain that's useless.
Hmm.
You got those. I made you pull on the screen. You got those fast hands, man. Got those fast hands.
I took this from a woman to a very terrible écrochet. So keep looking.
Keep looking away.
I didn't want MJ to feel like he was the only one that was starting from a terrible place. Here's what happens when you can't find your base meshes, you guys. You have to improvise.
Well, I will say one of the more challenging things I have done in the past with characters is start from a small base mesh and then try to make them such a big, enormous body type. Because a lot of times it'll just be easier to go in and use like Z-spheres and build a base mesh from that, because you can at least scale those proportionally. But I mean, coming from the this male base mesh here in the light box, that's just a standard, that it's not even the Nick Z one, which normally I start with, but that one has layers and everything I don't like messing around with, so I just decided to start with this one because it's just the one mesh, But it's a lot of looking terrible before it will look good.
Yeah. So.
Actually, you want to see a glitch the 22 has? Look at my screen right now.
Crash, don't crash.
No, it's not crashing. It's not frozen. I can move everything just fine. Occasionally, when you make a stroke, and I've only seen this in 22, I just did with my clay buildup brush. I made a stroke across the top of the abs there, and it does this little glitch. Everything's fine. As soon as I touch my pen to the Cintiq again, or move the camera, it'll clear up. But it just every now and then it does that. It's the strangest thing. But it hasn't caused a crash yet. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the worst that's happening, then you're good.
So far.
My masking is still acting strange.
So you guys got plans for Thanksgiving?
Ain't about a year. What you got going on?
A lot of nothing.
It's like
Super exciting.
it's like can't wait.
Bradley, how about you?
Run to some family's house.
Yeah.
Free time while I still have it.
Yeah, man. I mean, without saying it, I guess is that your what's good?
No, but I could say it.
That should be your what's good. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You talking about what I think what we're talking about?
I think we're all talking about the same thing.
Yeah. That's definitely good.
That wasn't my what's good, but I could.
That can be my what's good because I don't really have one. Fuck that. You save yours. You keep yours. I'm gonna use that as my what's good.
That's cool.
Yeah. You know.
Even for as messy it is, I think that the earliest stages of like sculpting are some of the funnest. So you start getting more refined towards like the end of it. It's more technical.
Yeah.
Have fun figuring out that anatomy.
Always. I'll tell you one thing about doing this stream is I've definitely gotten faster because of it. So
yeah, 2 hours ain't a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, a month really, but you know,
right.
Considering I have pieces in my portfolio that have been there for years and still aren't done.
I can definitely relate to that.
So if you guys don't know, Bradley and I have started making it a regular habit of being in the Discord, the Stylus League Discord on, what is it, Wednesdays, Brad? Tuesdays? Wednesdays, right?
Bradley said his computer's locked up.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. It's Wednesdays, right?
ZBrush 2022.
See? Yeah. So if you're not already, join our Discord, and MJ has been helping us out with the Discord quite a bit, so you can join us in there. And when MJ gets off work, I think he tries to hop in there too.
I do. Let me see. Since Bradley can't do it right now, I'll grab a link here. Copy it. Let's see, where can I paste this? I can paste it in. Try to paste it into our chats that are up here. So yeah, if you guys are not part of the Discord link should be in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh man. Bradley's out, the music's out.
I know. I got real quiet in here. Yikes. You know what? Oh, dude, I'm not gonna do this. I keep forgetting that this is like, it's got like female hips and everything. This is just gonna be a nightmare. Let me just find my stuff.
Oh, with that base mesh?
Yeah. This is not. This is
Let's
bueno, man. Let's see.
I was gonna say I haven't seen a female Bizarro. There's like a Bizarro Lois.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to go that route.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, Bradley's screen disappeared, which means I think he's probably close to figuring it out. He'll get it. He'll get it, guys. It's cool.
Definitely. Oh man. Yeah. I'm so worried that I lost the Sakura thing. I'll be so freaking bummed if that happens.
I think once you're able to get 22 back on there, you'll probably. I mean, the file still exists, right?
It exists, but I don't know if it's corrupted. It keeps telling me that there's an error every time I try to open it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start from my Omega Red.
Do you have any quick save files of it that would have it in it? Because those are ZPR files.
Funny thing about that. I do on my brand new HP laptop that they built for me with NVIDIA. And it just so happens that this week I had a unrecoverable error where the battery had some kind of an issue. So they're sending me a new battery. I tell you all that to say, probably we'll have that back in about a month and a half. So,
ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the file exists somewhere. That's the good news.
Yeah. Okay, working base. So maybe I'll open this. Let's see.
There is a Bizarro girl, is what Odon's saying in the Twitch chat. New Earth storyline. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, but it's a Supergirl version. It's not like a what would they call that? Gender bent version of Bizarro. It's Bizarro based on Kara Clark or Superman's cousin.
His cousin.
Yeah. I have seen that one. Yeah. And Bradley's back.
You got audio, Bradley?
I think so.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Love that new ZBrush. Works so good.
It took down your whole machine?
My whole machine locked up.
Okay.
Only thing that was working was audio. I can hear you guys. Yeah. Encourage everyone. Don't be on the bleeding edge, okay? Because you'll bleed.
You will bleed.
Give it
Perfect.
another week. Give it another week.
Give it another week. This is actually one of the first ones that I've done that I like. I got it almost immediately. Also, I think that they've set up their servers better so that it doesn't just crash when everyone tries to get it.
Do a quick save.
But I do have high hopes that my auto recovery quick save files will start to come back, because I think from about, I don't know, since the first 2021 version, I haven't had it where I have a ZBrush crash and there was an actual auto save.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah. So hopefully that's back, so I don't completely lose everything every time. But we'll see. Do you guys find you jump around the model a lot at the beginning, like just all over the place?
Yeah, just until I can kind of get an idea of what I want to do. Where the hell any of my shit is. This is not good television. Oh my god. Stylus League. What did we work on before this? We did there you go. This is the one I want. Open, please. Yes. All right. And now there's a PureRef screen that is locked. It won't move off of my page. Good night, everybody. Oh my god. All right, whatever, dude. All right, let's just keep it moving. Bradley, you still in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Why you get so quiet, man? Don't be getting all quiet
Because my mic completely disconnected from my computer.
Oh, really?
Tonight's that night, everybody. Tonight is that night.
It is.
Just working our way back into it. Well, I mean, technically, like if we go back, like this, so I think I was supposed to start 2 weeks ago, and then
last
there
week,
was
right?
there was an extra week with IR because he couldn't make it, so that got pushed one, and then last week, yeah, you had your computer issues, So I mean, I almost feels like the universe is like fighting this.
Firing against you. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Actually, you. So it's MJ.
It is.
Yeah. That's not you.
Probably karma for all the crap I gave Bradley in the chat.
Bradley. That could be it.
Well, Bradley's screen is there. His camera's off.
Oh, camera's gone now. Yikes.
It's all that bleeding edge tech he's got.
Basically. So we both Bradley and I reinstalled Windows 11.
Yeah.
And then we did we both did when I say reinstalled, wiped the computer,
right,
completely put on a new OS, and then redid all of our software. So that, in addition to 2022, for me anyway, it's not been a wonderful week.
Sounds so much fun. I mean, I've put this out there. I'm working on such an ancient machine. But I know I'm getting ready to upgrade. I've been looking. Bradley's actually been sending me some specs and different things for the new build. I think I'm going to end up buying like a stock machine, like an Alienware or something, just because for the money and the availability of parts, it's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, especially with these cards now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, trying to get a hold of a card, a video card, it's tough pickings right now.
We were looking at Threadripper build, right?
I was, and I think I'm going to give AMD a shot. This machine is it's an Intel machine. It's a custom build, and it's lasted me 10 years. But you know, my NVIDIA card only has 3 numbers in the model, so that's not enough numbers. And I think I'm gonna give AMD a shot.
Well, I've only had AMDs. I built 2 machines with them, and I love mine.
Nice. Well, that's good. I know they've come a long way. Like there's, there are brands that over the past 10, 15 years, like Asus and Acer and some of these like lesser brands for peripherals and monitors and computers and whatever that have actually stepped up. And I know AMD is one they've come a long way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Intel they don't have the market cornered anymore. And frankly, neither does NVIDIA.
Oh.
I saw Bradley pop up for a second. He'll get there. He says, "You got this, MJ. I need to restart again."
There you go.
Hey, you got a chat up on the window.
What's up, Bear? All right. So you say you're just playing it by ear for Thanksgiving as well?
Yeah, I've got some family in the area. We're not really going anywhere.
Okay.
No big travel plans. But took the week off of work anyway, so my kids will enjoy that more than anything, I think. I have some woodworking to do, oddly enough. I had to build my office last year when everything went to work from home. I'm currently in what used to be our dining room, and I had an office upstairs, and then that got taken over by our youngest 2 kids. And so I instead of keeping it open to the living room, I framed out a wall. Made a nice accent wall for my wife. has nice wood paneling on the other side. And when I get done, there's 2 doors, but they're hidden doors. They look like shelves, or they will look like shelves when it's done.
Okay.
So I'm working on, I've got the walls done. I did that last year. And then, of course, because projects never get done when you want them to, this year I'm working on the doors.
Nice. Okay. So do you have a, here we go, this again. Do you have a, like all the woodworking equipment, the lathe and all that stuff too?
I just actually last week picked up a table saw.
Okay.
I did the initial work I did basically with a couple of sawhorses, a circular saw, and some sanders. Like I had some basic equipment, and then a while back we moved my dad into an assisted living, and when we moved him out of the house, he had, because I grew up like we had a 100-acre farm a couple hours up the road. So I raided all of our, the barn and the sheds and stuff, and got as much as I could tool wise.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So it's been a learning experience for sure, but it's like a primitive form of 3D printing.
Yeah.
It kind of is, like when you start thinking about like some of these guys, these master carpenters and stuff, like things they can do with wood. It's pretty insane. But it's also kind of, what's that?
But no, I was gonna say I do like watching that stuff, right? So like anytime there's a show that does anything with, making anything, like I'm so starved for art stuff on TV.
Yep.
There was one year a long time ago, like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, that they had an art show that was kind of like these, you know how they have like Forged in Fire and all that kind of stuff where you can make the knives. Yeah. So there was an art show like that, and it was dope because, people were on there painting and, drawing and stuff like that. And it lasted one season.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. So.
I have thought many times like, how could you pitch a show around like something like ZBrush sculpting? And it's just like, it's such a long form type of art. Even like simple things can take an hour or more,
I mean, I think there's trickery that you can do, right? Because I had a friend who, when I started, I was talking to a guy whose girlfriend went on.
I don't want to interrupt, but can you guys hear me?
We can, yes.
Yeah, we can. His girlfriend went on Face Off, and also I don't believe that Bradley didn't want to interrupt.
New stream, who dis?
So, but
I still want to interrupt. It's my favorite thing.
Son of a So his girl went on Face Off. I can't remember things, Bradley. I'm getting older, dude. You can't do that to me. But she kind of like dropped the curtain on, like they make it seem like they only have 3 days.
To
do what they do. And
they get more time.
Was like, he was like, the resins they use don't even set up in 3 days. Like they have like 3 weeks or some crazy long amount of time like that. And I was like, oh man, like the third wall was broken.
Well, it's like even shows like Forged in Fire, they're the same way. I mean, when they're in there, and they have the time limit on the initial stuff in studio, that's happening in that time frame.
Right.
But when they go to like their home forges and stuff, I think that gets extended out. I don't think that because some of those guys, they're not full time blacksmithing, so they got to go work a job or something.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I'm a big fan of that show.
I am too. I need to catch up on it, but I do watch it when I get a chance.
Yeah. But it just goes to show you, right? Like how starved I am for any type of an art show. Like you could be making Bowie knives for all I care. Just let me see something, the process.
Oh yeah,
And yeah.
yeah, I can
I
definitely
even remember why I started talking about this. Really forgot. See what Bradley did?
it actually made me forget too. I don't remember.
Hey guys.
So you're trying to say holding a flashlight to your face makes you forget about everything.
Pretty much.
You neuralize me, dude. Don't be doing that.
It's like flashlight. Man, that like when that ZBrush like crashed my computer, like when you hit reset and then you come back on and everything just like pops up. I guess that instance of my OS just like popping back up was not great.
I just want everybody to be aware. I am working on a 10-year-old machine with a very old i7 processor and a graphics card with only 3 digits in the title, or the model number. And I'm gonna knock on some wood preemptively right here, but everything seems stable on this side.
Oh, see, you shouldn't have said that. Messed up.
Yeah. You just messed up.
You don't ever talk about how well you're doing. Never.
It's just for Bradley. I don't know. My kids are all into this. You put it out in the universe. You put it in the universe. It, manifesting stuff.
They don't know.
Yeah.
How old are they? That's pretty highbrow, man, for a kid.
17 and 16, and then I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got the full spectrum.
I'm assuming it's not the 6 or 3-year-old that's talking about all the karma stuff.
No, that's the teenagers. But the funny thing is they started talking about that, I want to say in middle school. So it's been a couple of years now. But they started saying that. I was like, what?
Mm.
I was like, well, you better manifest this trash out to the trash can.
Nice. Manifest my hand on your behind.
I think I figured out what my problem was after the screen.
You got to point your face to the mic a little more, Brad.
So I had the issue. RTX's broadcast is messing up my mic, so I have to not use it. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's disconnecting and reconnecting from the system.
Yeah, because you sound like real quiet now that you turned it off.
Yeah.
Remember that thing I was doing the other day? You were like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
you took great pleasure in telling me don't do that, Mike. Remember that part?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Not much I can do right now. I blame MJ. All this. My mic, everything was working until we got MJ on.
Listen, I want everyone that's watching this to note that. You see that. The straight blame, straight to me.
Witchcraft. It's like, MJ, get back in the chat.
MJ's doing the gremlin. He's doing the gremlin thing.
I already had to go in the chat and post our Discord links and stuff, while you were dropped out and everything.
I appreciate that. But without help, where would we be?
Right?
Without help.
Who said good help was hard to find?
One thing I do by myself is eat.
And sometimes my wife says that's questionable. Man, I feel like this is not going to look anything like Bane by the end of the night.
You're gonna have to beef him up a little bit. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at Bradley's. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is just a hand right now. fingers were bothering me being too thin, so I got to beef them up. Got to pump that venom in them.
Don't do the Eminem thing, please.
Brought to you by Venom.
Oh God. That was maybe the worst thing about the Venom, the first movie, was the Eminem song, I think. And that's saying something.
Yeah. I mean, considering how much fluorescent light there was in there, yes. Or neon light, yeah.
So my buddy loves to remind me that Venom quietly made like $80 million. And everybody was like talking about how bad it was. And it just quietly snuck in there and made a ton of loot.
Yep.
So, and I think the Carnage one did even better. So
I think it did too.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're gonna. I think there's a pretty decent future for that franchise. I think. I haven't seen the Carnage one yet, Let There Be Carnage, but I've heard mixed things about it. But I think there was some stuff about deleted scene, not deleted, but like end credit scenes that tie it with the MCU. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll have to see that when it hits streaming. I wonder if that's probably not gonna hit Disney, is it?
It might.
I wonder if that's part of their deal.
I don't know. I was reading about where it was. Every time I look at this, it's always some kind of one of those clickbait things. Like, find out where it's going to show up first.
Yeah.
So they never really tell you. But is the first one on Disney now?
No, it's
so there you go.
Well, the first one had zero ties to the MCU. Like it did, like as far as at least from what I can remember, I don't think it made any reference.
I mean, it's true, but it's still a Marvel movie, and I think they have those Spider-Man, the ones with Andrew Garfield and stuff. Don't they have those on there now? They might. I don't know. Not sure. This is where.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, because my mic keeps going in and out. I'm showing the comments on the screen. If you can just like read them out when I said that, it would be helpful.
Oh, okay. Impressive anatomy. Thanks, Jen. To whoever you said that to. Bradley, you gotta get that. Like, you gotta get that taken care of, man. That's your number one feature. That's your number one bell and whistle on this thing. Is
hey, bro.
Your mic is always on point.
Hey, hey, bro.
I can't even hear you right now.
Uninstall. It's cool. It's cool. I'm saying bad shit right now. I'm saying a whole lot of bad shit. That's what I'm saying right now.
All of it. Terrible stuff. Just the worst.
Nothing positive was coming out of my mouth right now. It's all potty mouth.
I almost thought about doing like that the Nightfall version of Bane that you see on the covers. Who was that artist? He didn't know how many oh doggone it, now I'm totally losing my train of thought on that one. How many serratus and obliques a person has, and he would like, it's literally like these old, actually
rows and rows and rows of the serratus.
Just, but they're round, like they're like the opposite of Kirby Crackle. So he would like shade in around them, and he also
was it Jim Liefeld? I mean, was it Liefeld that was drawing it?
It looks like it was Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read the last name.
Rob Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld, yeah, Rob, the anatomy genius.
Yeah.
No, actually, this for being incorrect anatomy aesthetically actually looks good. It's now I'm frustrated because I want to know who it is. Because it was like he would draw Batman with the ridiculously long ears on his cowl.
Okay.
And just so much shading in the folds of the cape and stuff like that. Let me see. Come on, Google, you can do it.
Today, nothing works right.
Kelly Jones. Hey, Kelly Jones. How about that? Kelly Jones
You got to throw it up on the screen.
The artist. I'm grabbing an image here so you guys can see. Although I guess in my OBS, if I had this preset up, I could have just pulled it up. There you go. Just look at the beauty of those.
Oh, whoa.
Those
Whoa,
obliques.
What the heck, man?
Yep.
Honeycomb kid. Okay.
Yep.
I've never seen that before. That's
yeah, that was actually so this guy was doing covers around the time. That's when Bane was introduced, was in the Nightfall storyline.
okay.
And when he broke Batman's back and everything.
Wow. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yep. That was the 90s. Bats in the background everywhere, really tall ears, ridiculous capes, and obliques and serratus out the wazoo.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bats everywhere, what'd you say, Bradley?
So all that tells me, if you want it bad enough, it can happen.
Yeah.
You two can have 32 obliques.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bats everywhere, I was checking out the I was thinking about doing the guy that Bradley's working on, the Red Death, and that sideshow statue.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did? I mean, not sideshow, XM. Did you see what they did with the bats?
Yeah, there's like
Bradley,
a cluster of them, right?
Why we got to bring it up while I'm working on it right now? Why we got to do that right now, though?
Can I show them?
It's okay. It's okay. Next time you're working on something, I'm gonna pull up somebody that did it real hot.
Hey man, you can do that all day long. It's just that's fuel for me. That's fuel for me. Makes me want to be better.
Sure.
It makes me want to be better.
Can't wait till Ashley gets on here.
Oh my gosh.
Talking that crazy. You don't believe that?
Be like, hey Ashley, why don't you show that Omni-Man you did while Mike is working on Omni-Man?
Please make her show Omni-Man. Please make her show Omni-Man so that I can just razz her all day long for it being J. Jonah Jameson. Because I did that in her stream. I was like, that's a great J. Jonah Jameson you got going on there. And every time I pop in her streams, I'll leave a comment for that. So yeah, that's got to come up.
It's his voice, though. It's his voice. Don't hate. Look at it. Look at what they did.
Yeah,
this is so crazy, man. I love that. That's dope.
I'm gonna moderate the chat for the rest.
Oh, that's so good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Man, that's dope. All right. No, Bradley, I would have this in front of me 100%. You see, whenever I want to do something, I totally have Daniel Bell stuff all out.
I have him up too.
Yeah. It's just
I was working on a Christopher Reeve likeness, and I mean, I've got Arnie Kim's stuff pulled up because, like, if you're not looking at a sculpted version, a good sculpt of what it is you're working on, forget about it. You know, like that's half the battle right there. You can see where somebody else either went wrong or went really right.
Right.
Well, other than stability, what are you guys looking for in the new ZBrush?
To work.
Like favorite features?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, the thing I'm super excited about is the Bevel Pro. Like, that's clearly the prize taker for me. I am interested to try the coin maker thing, the bas relief.
The bas relief,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of dope too.
I'm glad they came out with it because I've been saying it wrong for years, and I'm just glad to hear somebody else pronounce it.
Well, I'm gonna totally say base relief because I think that it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. You know, like
pretty highbrow.
Highfalutin. Yeah, it's a little too much for me. Like, okay, Paul, you talking about that base? Let me get that base relief.
That bass relief.
How come pen isn't working?
Let me get that bass, son.
Now your pen's not working?
Oh, God. All right, save. Everybody save what you're doing. Bradley's scaring me now.
Quick save happening.
What's up, B?
How did B make it over? What's going on, man? Hey, Mike, do you ever build pure refs and just like keep adding to them until they're so massive they're hard to save?
I do. I have some really big pure ref files. But they're nice.
Yeah. I found the same thing. Like I will just keep adding to them and then changing the names of whatever I'm saving them as.
Mm-hmm.
To whatever it is I'm working on. Mind the mess in the back as I move around to grab my little Ecorche guy.
Mm-hmm.
I got that the Ralph Grassetti one, the 3D printable.
Oh, okay.
Little guy, printed him at about 7 inches. Because I think the way he has it set up is it's supposed to print on like an FDM printer, and it's massive.
I've had that and never did anything with it. It'd be nice to throw it in the NA cubic and just do a big one.
Yeah, this one. Well, the other thing was when I was initially setting it up, it was one of the first prints I did. I have the Epax E10, which is similar. I think the build volume is slightly bigger than the current Anycubic, but I know Anycubic just came out with a 6K that's a little bit bigger than what mine is now. Or they're coming out with it. They announced it.
Yeah.
It turned out okay. I ended up having to print it solid. Like I couldn't get it. I couldn't hollow it. and because I kept getting errors with it. So I ended up printing it solid, which is one of the reasons I printed it so small. But it's a nice desktop one, and honestly, like for the bits, like I can take the arm off, and then it's just
really?
like,
Is that how it's set up?
well, yeah, it's actually already broken down, but I glued the legs on so it could stand, because it does have a stand. I just didn't want to waste resin printing it. But the torso and each arm and each leg and the head are all separate pieces. But I found that at least the right arm, which has the main layer of muscles on it, it just dry fits right into the shoulder socket and hangs there. So I have both the skeletal and the muscular arms are just like held in by friction.
Still, you gonna put magnets in there or anything just to make sure they don't fall and break?
I thought about it. It has fallen a couple times, and this the Epax, the hard gray resin is amazing. I've only had one piece break, and actually it was with an Elgu resin. It wasn't even the Epax resin.
Okay.
And that was me being dumb too. I was like, I set the piece down too hard. It just snapped.
So Jen wants to know, so Mike, you're working on Bizarro. MJ, what are you working on?
I am working on Bane.
And I am doing Red Death. Jen.
I don't have a specific version of Bane. I was leaning towards the Last Night on Earth version. But that one has has the scarecrow on his back. He's only like an upper torso. It's kind of really creepy and cool, and maybe one day I'll do it. But I think I'm just going to go with a more traditional Bane. I have an idea for a pose, but we'll see. I'm going to cheat right now and start focusing on the head a bit, just so it looks like him.
So when you're watching the show, do you ever sculpt along and work on your own stuff? Or
I do. I try to, yeah. It depends on how much, crap I'm gonna give Bradley or not. Sometimes I spend a lot of time on the keyboard trying to get him to read what I wrote.
Yeah. You craft all kinds of responses when he doesn't get around to it.
Got to step your crap game up, man.
It's censorship, man. It's censorship.
So
funny enough, some of the people that do like our guests, they like the fact that our show isn't censored.
Yeah. Are you going to remind people, Bradley, that when are we going to start doing those challenges?
Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, Bradley.
So we need to talk about how we want to judge the challenges, but we wanted to start doing challenges. Most likely, we'll probably start a fresh year at the beginning of the new year with it. If anyone has any cool ideas of how we can go about judging them, we'll listen. I know I will.
Well, I liked the idea of having them coincide with each guest and maybe not the subject they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something else, but basically the challenge would run. It would run the 4 or 3 or 4 Fridays that a guest is on. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. I like what Bradley was talking about at first. All right. Well, I mean, if we're waiting until next year, I'll just keep a lid on it. But everyone, if you're in here and you're near your computer and you want to do your own supervillain and post it on the Discord, that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely. I think that'd be awesome.
We need to get more of that. we doing on the what's good? Shouldn't we
At that time?
be doing
Oh,
it? Yeah.
I think we're past that time.
We're past that time. I think Bradley was having issues. So Bradley, you wanna? I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do the one that you should be doing, and I'll be doing mine also. So I'll go last. Let's let MJ go first since he's the guest.
Sure.
All
Let me
right.
find my big screen here. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Bradley?
His mic is not working.
His camera's not working either. Dude,
yeah,
this is
but I guess he can still see and hear us.
Yeah, he's texting me. I hear pings. Let's see. Mic is not working. Everything is yes, wait. Audio is
working.
Well, your camera's not working. All right, so MJ, I'm going to make your screen large, and you do yours, and hopefully we'll have Bradley back by the time.
And I am going to switch my camera. Ooh, scary. So my what's good are these amazing anatomy books that I got. And I know a lot of times people put anatomy stuff up, but I was absolutely so flabbergasted by the deal that I got on these. And they're up on Amazon. Dynamic Human Anatomy. This is a hardcover book.
Nice.
And I think, I mean, the retail on it says $45. I'm pretty sure Amazon has it for about $25. And it's a really great book. It actually covers a lot of the history of kind of like how art evolved with anatomy and the study of anatomy and stuff. So it's a really good one. And the other one I got I'm doing these both together because I got them together. Was Ray's Anatomy, Ray Bustos. Absolutely amazing book. Ray Bustos not only is a master of human anatomy, but he had some years back a creature course where you had to actually design a mythological creature and then sculpt its anatomy, but like an écorché of the anatomy, the proposed anatomy for the creature. So I've always admired like his anatomical work, and so I had to pick the book up. But I got the pair of those books for about $50.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So
is that soft cover or hardcover? The second one?
The second one's a soft cover. But I will say this, and this might not be the greatest plug, but the company that publishes this was on the ZBrush Summit, and they had a deal going on for this book. And then I saw it on Amazon, and it was actually even cheaper.
Wow!
So I picked this one up for $30. It retails for about $40, and I think the ZBrush deal Pixelogic was giving, or that they were giving, it would have been like $35. So it's an extra like $5 off or something. But absolutely amazing books. I keep them right next to me, even though I've got like digital anatomy reference and digital anatomy books and things like that. I love having a book I can turn the pages in.
Those are very cool, man.
Yeah. So that's my what's good.
Very nice. All right. Still no Bradley. So I will go now. Yeah. All right. So the first thing I want to show that's pretty good is, and I've showed this before, but if you have noticed, I now have in my lower screen there, my IPvo is back and it's working.
Nice,
guys. So like if I go over to the full screen, you can see me working on the screen on my Cintiq. A lot of people ask me what machine I am using, like what tablet that I'm using. And so it's nice to be able to show it. I always love seeing people working like real time on the thing,
right?
And seeing the strokes. Like that's always been fun for me. So I'm going to be using this a lot more. This is also great for when I want to show off my books and stuff. I can just kind of go and thumb through them. And if I get the lighting so it's actually pointing at the book, it'll look even better. So that is one thing.
That's great because it's not blown out anymore. Like the lighting, it's actually picking the screen up really nice. So that's That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not that bad, you know. So, and the only reason that this side of the screen is so hot is because I have a light over here that's kind of on my face. But I wanted to have Bradley on. Oh, there he is. All right, good. All right, cool. So let me go back to my regular window.
Is my mic working?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can hear you.
You're back. All right. So the real what's good for this week, for anybody that knows Bradley, I give Bradley a hard time all the time because he's like my little brother. The fact of the matter is he's a talented dude, and I only want the best for him and his family. And it just so happens that this, you sure you want me to announce this? I'll announce it. I'm going to announce it. I'm going to announce your own shit. Bradley got a job at Bungie. So massive congratulations to him.
Props. That's good stuff.
He went through several interviews for that. So with that, I'm going to turn the mic over to Bradley, and you now take it and do your thing. Let's get off of me and go back to you.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Between you, Danny, and everyone that's given me feedback along the way, I've been able to land a cool spot at Bungie as a character artist. I start December 13th, so wish me luck.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. That's great stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
It's a big deal. So will you be working on Destiny, do you know, or you don't know yet?
Hey, December 13th comes, and if it is, I have to find out what's NDA and what's not, and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right.
I got a feeling December 13th he's gonna be working on HR onboarding.
Yeah. But also, thank you, Ram. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. A lot of long nights. A lot of long nights. What's good is if I can get my computer to work properly, just for a little bit, because I think you guys will really like this. I like techie stuff, and I also like really good efficiency apps inside of either my 3D programs or in Windows. And there's a couple cool things. So let me share the right screens. Let's do this. Let's OBS. ZBrush no cam. Let's see if this is the right one. Nope, I'm working on it. Sorry. All right, cool. I'm gonna move my border so it's clear to the border. All right. So if you haven't downloaded an app inside of the Windows Store, there's an app called Power Toys. And Power Toys, even if you have Windows 10 or Windows 11, gives you some really cool enhanced power features inside of Windows. It's called Power Toys. You can get it from here. And with Power Toys, you can do, if you are new to Windows 11, you can do things like when you hit the hover over here, they have like these really cool zones that you can bring over to different windows and stuff like that, and do things like this. But Power Toys allows you to create custom, kind of like custom breakage in your area. So if I hit Windows, Shift this, there's this app that allows you to create different fence zones on your computer, and it will override some of the Windows stuff. So you can create your own custom, if you like, create your own layout. You can do this, you can do this. Imagine if you have another monitor, you can just like slice that to death, right? I'm gonna hit apply, I'm gonna hit close, close. So when you start moving things around and you hold shift, those zones that you created actually shows up, and you can put different windows and stuff right there, right?
Oh, okay.
There's more. Another thing inside of Power Toys is a really cool color sampler, and if you hit Windows Shift C, I have this little marker that's coming up, and it's sampling my color space, and when I click that, it creates all these little zones where you can now take these, like I use Substance. I can actually go in and key in these shades here, and it samples the space anywhere. So if I hit Control Windows Shift C, I can sample this space, and it gives me the color gradient, and it gives you accent colors that actually matches with that. So
That's
all of
pretty
that,
awesome.
and also inside of Power Tools, if you hit Alt, you get a powerful search window that will search your entire programs and folders. Fate, stay, night. They actually, so I have multiple external drives and everything, and it's kind of like a more powerful version of Finder that's inside of macOS, but now it's in Windows, and it searched all my drives, and I was able to locate my ZBrush file inside of one of my hard drives that's Face Day Night.
Nice.
And that's all Power Tools.
Nice. So
I'm about to check that out.
And whether you have Windows 10 or Windows 11, it's all there and it works across. And I believe, yep. And there's a whole lot of other things that are inside of it that I just don't like mess with, but like fence zones, color picker. There's this thing called Awake. And what you can do is that by your clock, you're able to say to your computer, I want you to stay awake for 30 minutes, or I want you to go to sleep in an hour, and it'll bring your computer to sleep in an hour.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it, because that's kind of like a Mac thing. Can it shut your computer down at a designated time? Because that's what I need. I was trying to do that this week, and I had to write a script, and it didn't work.
So I haven't tried. It just brings it to sleep. So in the way my sleep zones is everything goes to sleep except for anything stored in the RAM, and that's good enough for me. And there's this really cool thing called Power Renamer, where when you're inside of a Windows file explorer, if you select multiple files, you'll be able to right click and you'll get this sub menu. It's different in Windows 10, but you'll be able to get a special menu where you can rename multiple files all at one time.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Okay.
So that's my what's good. Power Tools.
Good stuff, man.
Power Tools or Power Toys?
Power Toys. I'm sorry. It's Power Toys.
Power Toys. Yeah. Well, somebody had posted, I saw it on the Twitch chat. O'Don was asking, was Power Toys? Yeah, Power Toys, I guess.
Power Toys. And if you go into the Microsoft Store and search Power Toys, it's this program. So if you often go into the Windows Store, if you see an app that has really high ratings in the Microsoft Store, that's a good thing. Someone actually went out of their way to actually leave a rating.
Nice.
Good.
Cool.
How you guys coming along with your pieces?
Crash.
Bradley, you've probably been chasing, trying to get your machine working all night long.
It has not been a love letter of success.
I have moved to the head to try to at least invoke the feeling of Bane with the face. So I'm messing around with that. I actually just used I've never used this before. There's the macro for creating eyeballs. Like it's built into ZBrush, just append eyes, and it'll do the toy plastic, and I think it even sets it up so that they're. Let me see on the display. Not display.
Can you have subdivision levels or no?
On the mesh, no. I'm working. It's a Dynamesh right now because I had to like cut the feet off and stuff like that, and I plan on separating the limbs a bit before I go into pose, kind of like what you do.
So tell me, where was that again?
So if you go to your macros there and expand the macros list, it's built in. It's called Append Eyes.
Is that under the subtool?
No, just there's a macro menu up top, like very top center of your screen, where you're.
You're in 2022. You're in 2022.
Right, but this has been in ZBrush for a minute.
Where is it? MISC utilities.
So you have your light. You have it should be like right next to light and marker up
Oh, wait. Macros. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
use macros.
Right.
What? I've never used macros. Oh, look at that. I pinned eyes. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it'll put the toy plastic on there. And I think I was going to look under display BPR settings. So it doesn't have transparency turned on if you wanted to do a multi-layer eye, which I don't know. Have you ever tried to render a transparent object in ZBrush?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can turn on the BPR transparency, and it'll make an object see-through.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's with mine. It ended up putting it somewhere over by the hand, and it did one of them. So I had to mirror and weld to get both of them. But I think if you start with more typical base meshes, it's a little more straightforward. And I've seen it where it creates the eyes a lot closer to where you would want them anyway.
Yeah, so mine was in a wild place, but it made both of them, and it saved me some steps. So I'm not mad at it.
There you go. Bonus, what's good?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Bradley, you ever mess with macros?
A few times.
Macros.
Oh, I wanted to say one thing. Also, big shout out to Ryan Kingsley and the Vertex School, because I did take some classes there that were very helpful. I got to meet a couple really cool guys. I learned some stuff from Mark Chen and hung out with a bunch of guys. So I just want to make sure I give shout out to those to them, because some of the stuff that I learned to help me with Bungie, I did learn over there at Vertex.
Nice. Ryan's a good guy.
For sure. Actually, Bradley, I don't know if you knew this. You know the Nick Z human male that's built into ZBrush. That's well, I mean, the namesake of it is Nick Zuccarello. I don't know. I haven't seen him post a ton on ZBrush Central lately or anything, but he's an instructor not far from where we're at.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just in, talking about people who have stuff built into ZBrush. Which I think at this point, not a lot of people realize that the DAM standard is actually, DAM is short for Damien, which is the person it's named after.
They got to know that by now.
I mean, you'd be surprised. I don't typically like using a lot of Sculptress, but I'm going out on a limb tonight.
All I know is that I am motivated. By the next time you guys see this, it's going to be right.
That's what I'm telling myself right now. I'm going to work on this so much between now and next Friday.
And shout out to everyone who came into our Discord this week. We had quite a few people hang out. Thank you. We appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's great. Like, I love that Discord has grown to the point to where it's become something that you can really interface with other artists and stuff. I mean, I know it was built mainly. Most of the stuff that happens on the internet that benefits art was for gaming, but Twitch has got a lot of artists on it now. Obviously, YouTube, and then Discord has really become a really nice hub for being able to share art and network with people, especially in the pandemic.
Agreed. Otto1 says, I'm trying to be more active on Discord. I'm assuming Discord is hard to keep up with them all. Yeah.
That is a thing for sure. I'm very much guilty of that myself. My list of Discords has gotten quite long.
Oh, hold on. Thank you. I still know what you meant. So the reason why I'm trying to keep this guy in T pose for as long as humanly possible is because I am going to use Mixamo to pose this time around.
Oh, tell me how you use that that app that does the the stager the stager thing. Tell me how to
I don't
demo that real quick.
Let me quick save this. I need to find that guy's ArtStation plug too, because when I show it, I want to be able to give him a shout out. 1 second. Save as, quick save. So file. Thank you, Hannibal. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Hannibal. Hannibal said, "Did I also say you're a great sculptor, Bradley? Good vibes." Why we gotta go there, Hannibal? Why we gotta go there right now? Why we gotta? I appreciate that, man. I think you mean that in a good way.
I think he's genuine. I think he is.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so let me set the stage. Saw what I did there?
I see what you did.
Man. That would have made my kids cringe. Tell you what, one thing I've been using that's was a Eric Sosa tidbit that I've loved is using this alpha on my clay buildup. I mean, I think he used it on clay tubes, but it's alpha 18. Throw that on. It's so nice for just like throwing volumes in and like building things up. I mean, I love a good clay tubes for like muscle striations and stuff, but
yeah.
That was a nice little gem he threw out there.
I actually saved that. I made it a brush and I call it the Eric Sosa brush. It's in my file.
Nice. Also, I mean, I guess I started out the night with his one of his tips, scaling the head down first on the body to alter the proportions to make the body seem bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm ready to short mic.
Okay. Scale up your screen.
I am. Let me get the plug in too because I'm pretty sure someone's gonna ask me for it.
That's how it goes.
My collection.
Do you guys know what kind of music Bane's into?
Mm-hmm.
Probably EDM.
No, trap music. These traps.
Oh, you can't let Bradley have anything. He can't let you have anything, Bradley. You couldn't even have the worst dad joke of the night.
You're right.
Okay, demo time. So
That's it.
if you guys haven't used Stager, super dope. All right. So normally when
can you turn off the? Oh, you gonna move that?
Move my face, right? You want me to move my face?
No. I was talking about the sword is right in front of the girl. You're gonna use the girl, right?
I'm using the sword.
Oh no. Okay, I thought you were gonna use a girl.
Well, the girl's already posed, but it's the concept is the same. So in my folder, in this folder here, there is this sword is broken up into multiple pieces, right? So typically, you can go to, like, if you have something in multiple pieces like a sword or a gun and it's all like, kit bashed together. If you want to use Stager, you would have to put all these items into one subtool and then start moving around. But I found this plugin by this guy named Trigon, and he created the Trigon toolbox. And what it will do is that it'll look at your folders, and anything that's in a folder, it will set a home stage. And then when you start to move everything in the folder and you put it where you want, it will have, you can set all target stage. So for example, I'm going to set where this sword is right now, all to home. So I'm going to set to home. So everything inside of this folder here will be set to home. And it's going through. And even though it's going through all the subtools, it's only applying it to the tool that I had selected inside of the folder. Right. So now that I set all this to home, if you go inside of your folders and you select transpose set, it will gray out everything except for anything that's inside your folder set. And I'm going to take this sword. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do something like this. You do this, right? You get the gif, right? And now that I did this, I'm going to set all to target. So I'm going to set everything, set all to target, and it's going to set everything to target. All right, and now it's done.
Is it looking at hidden subtools?
Nope, it's only working on the objects that are selected in the folder.
Right. But what I'm saying, was it looking at hidden subtools? Because I saw it cycle through stuff that was still in the T-pose.
Yeah, so even though it goes through everything in the cycle, I accidentally hit Dynamesh. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, even though it was going through all the tools, it's only applying to the tools that was inside of the folder. So now that I did that, now I can set everything to now all to home. And it'll set everything inside of that individual folder back to home.
That's pretty awesome.
It's just that this file has lots of subtools.
So say I wanted to isolate.
Messed it up. See, I messed it up when I was dynameshing.
Okay. All right.
But it'll move everything to its home location.
So say I want to start messing with this Bizarro and get him into like a quick pose or whatever. Can I do things like mask out his arms and stuff like that? And
no, so it's only good for moving things with multiple individual things in a folder.
Let's see. All right.
Yeah, Stager
so still not
It's still not what you want. I know what you want.
Yeah,
Mike.
Stager. Stager's not what you how you want that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can show you the closest I've come to it.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's see, because Ian tried it and he did not make it happen.
So I've got.
How could you, Ian?
Switch over to. I know I'm calling out Ian right on the screen. No,
I've got this scarlet spider that I need to pick back up and work on. But even and this is actually really great that this is held as long as it has for what I was doing with it. But using a combination of layers and morph targets, I'm able to go back and forth between this pose and T pose and actually make changes. So all the piping, the poly paint that I have on here for like the piping that I'm going to do, most of that. And posable symmetry is on this guy, and it works. So if I go down here, I have a morph target, and actually, this is one thing I do love. This new versioning is awesome. I thought I had it set up right, but I guess I don't. So I'm just going to solo out the body here, and go to my morph target and switch it, and there's my T pose. Now, some of the musculature and stuff that I had sculpted in is on a layer, and so the morph target is working by I have 4 layers here. It's only really working on this lowest layer, so it's very easy to break this. If I switch to another layer, it'll break it. So it's very much additive in that as long as you have the morph target, if you want to do some additional changes, you just have to add a layer. But as long as you're working on that one layer, then you're good to go, and you can actually, go back and forth between the pose. Because like I said, again, most of these poly paint lines, I painted them on the T pose version using, even though I have posable symmetry, but just using regular symmetry. And so let me see if let me double check that my posable symmetry is in fact still working. Oh, my pure F's in the way. Yeah, so it still has posable symmetry on it. So I can go back into the pose, and then if I wanted to, just start sculpting here on the chest, even though it's glitching out, it's gonna respect that symmetry on both sides.
See, my problem is I know that it's really finicky when it comes to order of operations and moving things around and stuff like that. And I'll, every time I'll do something where I'll bump up the, the subdivision level or something just enough to make it so that it doesn't work anymore. So that's kind of not what I want either. I don't know, man.
That was kind of my thing too. On that particular model, I am working with subdiv levels. That one I think I did start with the Nixie human male on it. But one of the glitches I noticed is like the poly paint for the piping that I was going to add, or the seams I was going to add on his head, I did that in pose with the posable symmetry, and it's on a different layer. So whenever I go back to T pose, all the other lines that I put on the body, those I can delete those and change those and fill the paint in or whatever. But I can't. It won't delete the ones on the head because they're on a different layer. So that's the only kind of drawback is and it was something I kind of stumbled on. So, I mean, I'm sure in a different, another iteration, I could make sure and work with less layers. And because part of it was the initial layers on that model happened because I used T-Pose Master and I had the layer button turned on. So when I sent the model back from T-Pose Master, it recorded the layers so that I could at least take everything back to T-Pose.
Okay.
What you want, Mike, doesn't exist.
Not yet.
Not yet. It doesn't exist.
Man, I had a buddy in school who he's one of these guys that really like rigging and like the technical art side. And so he was like, man, I'm going to find a way to make like sculptors and modelers obsolete by creating scripts that would build the models. I was like, you're never gonna be able to pull that off. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know. Metahuman's
Metahuman.
dangerous. It's getting pretty. Better start working on your anime characters or something. Get your anime characters going on. Work on your sideshow pieces.
Yeah. Did you see Daniel Bell opened a cafe?
Yeah, I saw that.
Is that
Kryptonia, right?
Yeah, is that in France?
No,
did I read that right?
He's in Argentina, so
That's what I thought.
I want to say it's where he is.
But I could have.
Is that not right?
I could have swore that on one of his posts it said Paris, and I was like, "What?"
Huh.
I might be completely wrong.
It's
Maybe.
amazing.
I mean,
he opens up a cafe the moment you get that statue, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for supporting him. So
yeah, that was the last little bit of money that he was waiting on to open a cafe.
You got it.
There's probably his NFTs.
I know, right? Yeah, I know for a fact that my money didn't do shit for him, but I like the thought.
Mike's check clear. Good. Let's get that cafe now.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
we can send the kids to college.
Also, in hindsight, probably could have waited a few months before I bought the statue. Not the best move.
Okay, not getting it would have kept you up at night.
Now I can look at it when I'm sitting in front of the TV, so it's a good thing.
I think I saw somebody on Instagram who's doing the alternate. I saw somebody do an alternate, some switch outs for his Captain America. I think Mike, didn't you have?
I have one. Yeah. So my well, let's see if I can set this up here.
Because somebody did one where he's got the end game broken shield and Mjolnir in one hand and the shield in the other.
Yeah, those are two different guys.
Yeah.
So the guy that does the heads is amazing, and I believe he's in. Where is he? I have his card somewhere, but he's dope. So let's see if I can get the light to work here. Oh no. Yeah, so back here on this wall is this is not the one that came with him.
That's the bearded one, right?
This is the bearded one, which is amazing. Like if I can hold it still and let it focus. That light is too bright. But yeah, like his paint job, his paint apps are amazing. His eyes are sick. Let's see if I can get this to. Yeah. No. Well, you get the picture. Anyway,
wasn't somebody doing a Sam Wilson head?
Yeah, it's done. It's the same guy. He did.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it already. So let's see, maybe if I put like this way. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's
Isn't that
so
crazy.
Awesome.
The dude's skin tone is insane.
That's
his
nuts.
eyes and everything. It just blows my mind. So it looks fantastic on him. I love it. Very cool.
Yeah, there's a huge secondary market for like high-end hot toys and statue swap outs.
Yeah.
I met these guys that were trying to basically build a business around creating accessories and dioramas and stuff for like the 1/6 scale market for like hot toys, basically. It's crazy. I mean, 3D printing, I think, is one of those things that's just been a huge game changer for the secondary market on a lot of these collectibles and stuff.
Yeah, the sculptors now are next level, and the painters are sick. Like I was looking at these guys who paint these hot toy heads, and they're all, they're not even quarter scale, they're 6 scale, and the paint and the eyes and everything is just so good.
Yeah.
That, I was just like, damn, dude.
Well, when I was doing that Supergirl for my daughter for her birthday this past spring, I was digging into those sideshow.
The Superman
paint
paint and all that.
Oh man, yeah. When they do those, I'm like, yes, please, please give me the secrets.
I told him, I was like, please do more of those because they're so dope. Like the painters never get enough love, you know.
Yep.
Please more of those. You still there?
I am.
Bradley getting quiet over there.
You guys are talking about stuff I can't afford, so
I can't, dude. I got to tell you, I was absolutely shocked when I opened up the Superman hot toy. My wife got me for my birthday. I first of all, it's really the first sideshow thing I've ever had, and it's an Arnie Kim head sculpt. So, and the crazy thing is, it's not even considered one of his best, compared to what he's doing now with Christopher Reeve head sculpts. So yeah, it's.
Is Reeve your favorite Superman?
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm about to do it.
Come on, Bradley.
I like Brandon. I did. It wasn't his fault, man.
It wasn't his fault, and I'll tell you right now. It wasn't
his fault.
I took my kids to the theater to watch that movie. First of all, being one of the only Superman movies I actually got to see in theaters because I was born in '82, so the first two movies were already out, and then when the other movies came out, we didn't have money to go to the theater, so it was whenever it hit TV. And I can remember watching those movies as a kid, from a very young age. And the funny thing is, my 3-year-old now is the same way. She is a Superman fanatic, and she has sat through all the Christopher Reeve movies with me late at night when she's supposed to be asleep, and attentive to them. She loves them. And so I took my older two kids. They were, I don't know, 5 and 6, 6 and 7, maybe. I took them to the theater to watch Superman Returns with very high hopes. And I kid you not, I have a Brandon Routh Daily Planet special edition, like newsprint newspaper on the other side of my desk from right here, that they printed up as part of the marketing and everything. And the credits rolled, that John Williams March came on, and I mean, it was like one of those nostalgic moments. You're sitting there with your kids experiencing something you did as a kid, and they don't realize what's going on, but it was really cool. And I didn't hate the movie. I hate the way that things went down because Brandon Routh was set to do other movies. In fact, he beat out Henry Cavill for that role.
He was a great cast for that.
Well, here's the great part about it now is so much has come back, and we've learned so much about what that role kind of did to him. He ended up kind of after things started to go bad, he ended up getting into World of Warcraft gaming, and some serious kind of depression and stuff for a while there. But when they put him in the Kingdom Come costume for the crossover event on the CW shows, now just in the last couple of days, I'm starting to see articles where they're like, hey, there's talk of Brandon Routh doing a Kingdom Come Superman series. I'm all for it, man. I
liked him in the Kingdom Come gear only because I love Kingdom Come. I still think he's not beefy enough to be the Alex Ross Superman. No, I just don't. Just a little bit of adding a little bit of fake gray in his hair isn't going to do it for me personally. But I'm not mad at Brandon Routh particularly. But I gotta tell you, that movie was a travesty. The whole Stalker Superman was not nice to look at.
So
That was
I
creepy
went.
as
I went to
hell.
go see it with my dad. My dad went to see like the Christopher Reeve stuff and like that. And the first thing he said when we walked out of the movie theater is, "So Superman's a baby daddy now."
I mean,
Yep.
I wish that was all he was.
So he can't be
creep,
arrested,
dude.
Yeah, he was.
Creeping out the windows and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Out
gosh.
the windows. Like,
Yeah. That was not a good look for him.
The mistake of that film was trying to continue from the movies that were already 20, almost 20, a little over 20 years old, you know? Like, actually, the original one was older than that, but like the last one I think was 87, so it was right about 19 years when it came out. But you know, trying to pick it up from not even the end of the fourth movie, which is a good thing they didn't do that, but picking up from 5 years after the events of Superman 2. And I don't know, like there's a whole deleted scene. I don't know if you guys ever saw this where you know, it shows him on the ship in the area of the galaxy where Krypton would have been, and it's just like broken apart and kryptonite, you know, crystal veins running all through the rocks and stuff where the planet used to be. And it was just like, I don't know, I think the main mistake was trying to feed that nostalgia rather than making a new Superman movie for this age.
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that one, and also like the story was just damn stupid. Lex Luthor has become he's gonna Lex Luthor is gonna become rich by turning the planet into a barren wasteland and charging people for what, water or whatever the hell the stupid thing was.
For real estate.
That's
but
what it was.
Not before he swindles an old lady out of her fortune. I mean, if that was the go-to that worked to get the money to do the other plan, why not just keep swindling old ladies?
Oh my god!
Which, by the way, the old lady that he swindled, the actress was Noel Neal, who played the first Lois Lane ever on screen.
Well,
all that shows you is that property will always be the end all be all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You gotta own
Prime real estate.
Well, I mean, that's what the battle was for in the first Superman movie with Lex Luthor. He was trying to, you know, make California, the whole West Coast, sink into the ocean, so he'd own all that. He owned all the real estate on the other side of the San Andreas Fault.
I really feel like for a guy who's a
You're
criminal
welcome, Wade.
mastermind.
Thank you for joining in, Wade. Appreciate it.
What's up, Wade? For a guy who is supposedly in the books, you know, for 40 years, 50 years, however long it's been as a criminal mastermind, probably longer than that, right? How?
Luthor was introduced in the 40s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, dumb long ago.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a very smart supervillain,
and he was a mad scientist. Exactly.
And he was, and in the movies they make him this laughing stock, like the only guy who's dumber than Superman or Luthor is the what was his partner's name? The henchman
Otis?
guy. Yeah, Otis.
Otis.
Yeah,
oh,
Otis.
but man, Ned Beatty was great as Otis.
Yeah.
With the Luthor.
Oh my God, what a disaster. Yeah, I didn't even like when they took Christopher Reeve and made him give up his powers for Lois and then get his ass
It was
in the diner.
that's not reality.
Hard to watch.
Who would do that? Who would do that?
That was hard to
who would do
watch.
that?
Man.
Here's the funny thing: if you ever get a chance to watch the Richard Donner cut, because Superman 1 and 2 were shot at the same time, but because of budgetary reasons, they released the first movie and fired Richard Donner and kept Dick Lester on as the new director, and they stole the ending of Superman 2, or what Richard Donner was going to have the ending of Superman 2 would be, which was actually the spinning the earth backwards, and they used it for Superman 1 to turn back time. So yeah, there were some shenanigans with that production. Sure, but I'm sure that most movies are like that in some form or fashion.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
Bro.
So, Superman Returns
Uh-huh.
or Nipple Batman?
Ooh.
See, you're getting to the crux of the whole reason why I don't really F with DC movies. Nipple Batman.
You gotta pick one.
How are you gonna take your two biggest? You're gonna take your two.
No, but you have to pick
franchise
one. You gotta pick one.
You're gonna dump on them essentially.
You gotta pick one.
I would rather watch Adam West all day over either one of those things.
No. You gotta pick one.
I'd rather watch Shark Repellent.
You gotta pick one, Mike.
Surfboard Adam West doing the Batusi over that bullshit.
2 movies. Nipple Batman or Real Estate? Which one?
Nipple Batman.
Nipple Batman.
I mean, at least he didn't throw in, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace with Nuclear Man.
I actually like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, so that okay. Which one had Richard Pryor? Was that 3 or 4?
That was 3. 3 had Richard Pryor. Yeah.
Richard Pryor. I didn't like that one. That one was dumb.
How dare you?
I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say. Richard Pryor brought a lot to that movie. We also got evil Superman. Flicking.
That was cool, actually.
Flicking peanuts. You know what? The funny thing is, as a kid, that scene where he uses his heat vision to melt the mirror in the bar, made me queasy as a kid. It scared the crap out of me for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I wasn't catching the effect they were doing, that he was just melting the mirror. It was just something about the angle of the camera. It was really weird. But yeah, no, that was a good one. But Superman 4 with Nuclear Man, there were so many problems with that movie because they really wanted to do Bizarro, and there's actual footage of a movie version of Bizarro, not in a suit or anything. He looks like some weird punk rocker with spiky hair and pale skin, and he's stupid. You can find it on YouTube, and it's terrible quality, but it exists. And then when they replaced it with a Nuclear Man and did that whole thing, I don't know if anybody of you guys noticed this, but the Nuclear Man's voice was Gene Hackman. They dubbed it.
Oh, word.
Because Nuclear Man was cloned from DNA of Superman and Lex Luthor, just like supposedly, I guess Connor Kent's Superboy is. I don't know if Bizarro technically was. Right. Yeah. But they dubbed the voice with Gene Hackman, and then the guy playing Gene Hackman or Lex Luthor's nephew in there is John Cryer, who currently just got done playing Lex Luthor on Supergirl.
That I don't think was a good cast at all. I can't look at Ducky and ever get intimidated by him. You're not going to get that reference. Well, actually,
I got it. No, I got it.
MJ gets it. I know Bradley will, in a billion years, never get that reference.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Say.
What are you talking about, Willis?
He'll never know. But yeah,
he probably never watched a Molly Ringwald movie.
Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't know who Molly Ringwald. Yeah,
who is that?
Who is Molly Ringwald?
Is that a rapper?
It is a rapper.
Is that a rapper?
Yeah, she got an album called 16 Candles.
Mm-hmm. She opens for Nikki.
Now, is that the movie where they had the boombox in the air?
Yes. No, that's
that's
Is that Say Anything?
Yeah. No, that's the boombox was John Cusack.
That was John Cusack, but that was that Say? I can't remember the name of that one. That was a great one. No, this was 16. This was it 16 Candles?
16 Candles was Ducky. Yeah. Because they made mad fun of him in what was it? One of those parody movies. Maybe it was Not Another Teen Movie. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were making fun of the Ducky character in there. Like they had a similar character who was like pining over the girl but never would get her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was our show tonight, guys. Unless you guys want to keep going for a little bit, we got about 30 something. about 25, 30 people watching now. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hey, man, look at that. I bring the crowds. What am I? What can I tell you?
He does. He does. He brings the crowds and the noise. But yeah, I mean, look, man, I don't have anything else going on. You want to hang out for a little bit longer?
Yeah, we can go a little bit longer.
Sure.
All right. You know what? It's only fair since we have kept MJ waiting for 2 weeks.
2 weeks in.
So the least we can do, probably.
I mean, I can tell you, I feel like I'm not making any progress on this, but that's a whole other story.
The club, man. Find the club. Why does my Bizarro look like John Barenthal?
That's his next role, I hear. He's up for Bizarro. Actually, there was something recently about him or Punisher in general. Like, I don't know if they're rebooting it. Well, I heard they were going to reboot it.
Yeah, they're going to keep him, I'm sure.
They were going to keep him. But there was some, I don't know, I thought there was some stink about even possibly having somebody else come in. I was like, no, don't do that. We finally got a good Punisher actor.
Yeah, he's a good one. The only person that I would like to see replaced is the dude that played Iron Fist. And I thought I read somewhere that they're going to keep him, and I was like, no, that guy sucks, man.
I don't know if it was him or the script, because
they said he came to all of the rehearsals late. He didn't take the training seriously. That's why when you see Matt Murdock doing his, I mean, I don't know if it's a stuntman or not, but when you see whoever's doing the hallway fight for Daredevil.
Oh yeah, no, that was Charlie Cox.
Yeah, like he brought it so much harder than this Iron Fist guy whose whole shtick is fighting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I feel like the guy they went with was, I don't know if they were trying to get that Zen side of Danny Rand to be more prevalent. Because honestly, at this point, I think the voice actor that does the cartoon version of him would probably have been better. And I don't even know what that guy looks like.
I really wanted to like that because that was one of the first comic books that I used to get as a kid.
Yeah, man.
Don said that he wished they would have hired an actual martial artist.
That would have been dope. How about it? Or maybe he actually trains like the dude from Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. Like, you need like that guy. And I don't even want to try to pronounce his name because I feel like I'm gonna say it wrong. But Simu Liu, he not only did the training and everything, but like he's a humble guy. Like everything you see him in, he's got stock photos of himself that people still can buy and use off of like Shutterstock and stuff for their actually one of them came out some pamphlet or online ad or something. A company used a stock photo that has him in it because he was like, obviously just trying to put food on the table. But he's like a legit humble guy and like, or at least comes off that way. But also, yeah, those martial arts skills, if you can't fake that. Sorry.
No. I think everybody kind of takes it seriously for the most part, except for the Danny Rand guy and Letitia Wright.
Right?
Everybody else is like, oh, Marvel, word. You know what? I could probably become a multi-millionaire off of this. Maybe I'll take this shit seriously. Also, I have trainers and dietitians, so I'm going to be in the best shape I've ever been in and get paid for it. So I gotta take it seriously. Letitia's like, what? I gotta get a shot? I ain't doing shit. No.
Look what it did for Robert Downey Jr. Like completely turned his career around. 100%. I mean, a lot of people don't even know about his life before Iron Man. At least the younger generations.
I was gonna say Bradley maybe doesn't know about his life before.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
I know he lived that life.
Everybody else knows less than zero Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't seen Chaplin, you know, you don't know Robert Downey Jr.
Bradley, rent less than zero this weekend, and tell me what you think on Monday. I want to know what you think about it.
You know, the funny thing is,
I'm scared now.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the funny thing is, like, one of the movies that I think was bringing his career back before he was cast as Iron Man was this movie with him and Val Kilmer and Michelle Monaghan called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't even know if it got a wide theater release, but I was in the Marines at the time, and they were playing it in one of the little recreation centers we had on base. I must have watched that movie like 3 or 4 times because I got done with it. Every time I got done with it, I was just like, what did I just witness? Like, it's a, I don't even know what class of movie it fits in. It's a mystery, not really. It's not like a murder mystery. I mean, people die in it, but it's not an action movie. I guess a drama, but it was really good, and it was really like one of the first things that he did. You know, after.
Oh, you liked it? I thought you were going to say it was bad.
No, it was great. It was amazing. In fact, it was the last movie you'll probably see Val Kilmer in, where he was like, you know, he probably could have been a couple months away from going back to playing Batman. Like he was, he was not, you know, in his terrible shape as he got, and then of course now with his voice and stuff. But, yeah, he played.
I just want to know, was it better than Dr. Dolittle?
Oh yes, massively. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you picking
I
such
didn't
a
see that
low?
coming.
If they
What about the Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle? Any Dr. Dolittle, was it better than that one?
This might be biased because I don't think I saw the Eddie Murphy one, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say yeah, it's probably better.
I'm about to kick you out. What do you mean you see Eddie Murphy, Dr. Dolittle?
I think the last Eddie Murphy movie like that I saw was Haunted Mansion, and I was like, all right, no more. Nope.
That's a good one to call it on, actually.
I saw that. I was like, nope, fool me once.
Oh.
This is not the Nutty Professor.
It's bad when you see someone who's really supposed to be funny and they're in a terrible movie like Leonard Part 6. Which was Brad, you got to watch Leonard Part 6 this weekend and Less Than Zero and tell me what you think on Monday.
Although, and I might be an outcast here, but there seems to be there's a pretty decent love for that Norbit.
Only if MJ goes and watch a Dr. Dolittle movie.
MJ, he did it again. He did it again. See what he did there?
Mm-hmm, I do.
You gotta watch it. You didn't you give me a request?
No, well, you're supposed to pick it up right before MJ starts talking, and then you cut him off. But go ahead. You said what was this thing now that was?
MJ, is just you and I in the stream right now. Mike is in a timeout. Welcome to the Stylus League.
Oh boy! Oh
How
boy!
Dare you. How dare you?
Oh man! It's like throwing hands up in here.
He gets a job with a AAA game company, and he thinks he can treat me some kind of way. Is that what you're doing right now?
He's like Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon 4. You know, telephone tough guy. You telephone tough guy.
Yeah, the power went to his head just that fast.
No, master.
No. You listen. Just remember the words of Peter Parker, my friend. Great power comes great responsibility. Don't do that to you.
I rather not have the power, so I don't have to have the responsibility. You gotta want it.
Nice.
I prefer to remember the words of Iron Man. Underoos. No, I mean that was Spider-Man related.
Nothing. But Mike's like, just keep sculpting. Just keep sculpting.
Just put me in timeout now. It's cool.
Just keep sculpting.
You can tell. You can tell. It's getting to that hour.
MJ is the guest. I'm going to be nice to MJ. When this is done, we'll have words.
Afterwards.
Yeah. We'll have words. Anyway. All right, what time is it now? Okay, let's call it at 11:30. How about that?
That works for me.
Cool.
That'll give me just enough time to keep flubbing this anatomy around.
I hear you.
I mean, I'm a little happier with the proportions, so there's that. But I got a ways to go.
So you have you're not you're not showing your display. You have it on ZBrush, right?
I have it on ZBrush. Yeah. My pure ref is up here, but yeah, it's just on ZBrush right now. I mean, I don't have like I have an idea for where I want to take it, but I don't have anything specific that I'm working from as far as the exact look of Bane, because like everybody kind of interprets him a little bit differently. Either he's got, you know, like the Daniel Bell where he's got the traditional luchador kind of like singlet pantsuit thing, and some people give him cargo pants and a tank top, and so I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of different iterations as far as the direction I'm going, but I do want to keep it kind of like a nice, clean, simple design. I don't want to go too hard in the paint on doing combat boots. So he'll probably have some shin guards or something to cover up all those laces.
Okay. Riley, how about you? How's yours going? I would like to see your reference up there. You should. Can you share your whole thing so we can see your ref board for this guy? Yeah. Especially since it's a character that probably, unless people are down with DC Metal, they don't know who he is.
Which one? So this is my board. So I've got some runners' bodies. This is.
Let's see the character.
It looks like.
Let me make your screen big so I can see. Yeah. Okay.
Which, by the way, Bradley, if you go to Daniel Bell's art station, because he posts a lot of like the work in progress stuff, he has some great ZBrush renders, or at least like screen grabs of his Flash, for like running anatomy, and it's like
I actually have his Flash.
Yeah, but if you go to his art station, you can actually, he has because the way he sculpts it is like it's all one body. There's not really a costume on it or anything like that, and then all those details are added later. But yeah, I have a pure F that has those for, you know, when I'm working on like. Or the other one was his Batman Beyond was a good one.
Yeah, my goal tonight is to block out decent anatomy and then start going to work on adding the suit pieces, and it'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah.
But this is him. And this is the side, the XM Studio statue.
These bats they're everything, dude.
That's so awesome. I mean, that was probably a prototyping nightmare, but that's pretty awesome.
It's so freaking dope.
This is another studio that did it, but
that looks like a Diamond Select. Is that what it is? Like,
oh, I don't know. I just grabbed
the PVC ones.
Oh, those are usually Kotobukiya that do the PVCs.
No,
Does Diamond do those as well?
Diamond Select does I've got this one, this Black Panther here. This is just a vinyl, like it's Diamond Select, and you can beat these things up.
Yeah.
They're I mean, it varies depending on what you get. Like the you know, which ones are really nice, or like they're bigger ones. Like they did a Gladiator Hulk that was pretty good, but sometimes those vinyl ones, because Kotobukiya, they got pretty decent quality on theirs.
Yeah, 100%.
They actually had a Rebirth Superman that was Kotobukiya that I swear I thought Eric Sosa did. Like the proportions and the stance and stuff. It was very much his like style of anatomy and musculature.
I'd have.
It wasn't him though. It was somebody else. But it was Kotobukiya. Yeah. I just wanted it to be him.
I was talking to an exit sideshow the other night about just trying to get some superhero stuff. It's hard to get superhero stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize they kept all that in house, like you were saying before.
Yeah, so they say it's not exactly an in-house thing, but it's like they're artists that they just go to for that. So I mean, I'll take whatever, but you know, it would be nice to get some superheroes also.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like even in miniatures, like we go to the knowns, like the known artists, like that, not known like that, but like a known quantity. You know, the quality they're going to do, the time they're going to turn around in. Like it's just like one less headache on the company side of things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I kind of get that. Yeah.
I've already done 3 sculpts for them though, so I'm pushing. They say they're looking for a project for me.
Well, hopefully those that you did whenever they get announced or put out there, they blow up and they'll be like, oh, okay, well, yeah.
I can't wait because I can't wait to talk about them. Oh my god,
that's the hard part, right? I have so many. Yeah. I have so much stuff like right now that
Dude. Oh.
It's okay, Mike. My first sideshow purchase is going to be something you made.
A word? Okay. Well, you're going to like the first one.
Even if I don't like it, I'm going to get it. But I'm going to tell you I don't like it, so you know I bought it anyway.
Okay. Well, A, that's crazy talk. You're going to love it. It's going to be your favorite sculpture ever. And B, there's no B. There's only A.
there's no in between. You're gonna like it, and then you're gonna like it.
I didn't think it all the way through. Should stop while I was ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We had some technical issues, but hopefully by next week, all that's ironed out.
Yeah, you know what people haven't been talking about in the chat? What are yeah, Bradley, not so nice when somebody just steps on you, right? What are people thinking about? Yeah, it does. It does. Every time I do it, you die a little bit inside.
You know what bothers me when you tell me to calm down?
Wait, listen, man. Look, let's everybody just calm down.
Just calm down. Calm down.
What do folks think about 2022? I don't see anybody talking about it in here, which is weird. That's kind of weird. I thought that's all anybody would be talking about.
Well, you gotta actually have it load to like it.
I've been using it all night. I don't know what's going on over. You know, I got my decade-old machine here, just running it like a beast. Man, maybe I won't upgrade it. Maybe I'll just keep this machine. As I hear its fans whine up.
I will say this, Bradley. I haven't done that thing that happened the other day. I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yeah. Don't wish it on yourself.
Put it out there. Yeah.
But the thing that happened the other day hasn't happened today.
I'll tell you because something is wrong.
Saying.
Something is wrong.
But you haven't gotten a blue screen though, right?
No, I haven't gotten a blue screen.
Which I heard Windows just brought that back. Is that because I guess with whatever previous? It went to a black screen for a while. It was
it is a black screen. No, it's black now. It's just that I feel weird calling it a black screen.
Yeah, I saw an article or something talking about they were bringing the blue screen back.
Shut up, Brad.
says no one ever. It's like I feel bad. It's actually a black screen, but I don't want to say it.
It's a black screen. Listen, man. Look, don't get me started on you. Everybody knows it's a blue screen.
That's our show tonight, guys. And that's our show.
Yeah. All right. Let's everybody show where we are.
Oh, God.
Bradley. Okay. All right. Well, hold on. You're not even on point tonight, man. Do one at a time. All right. Let's start with MJ. Walk us through it.
I got mostly my proportions laid out the way that I'd like them. I still have a little bit of tweaking to do with it. The arms are still a little flubby in the forearm section. I need to work on the hands. But as far as like the head to body ratio, because I'm going to stylize this guy a little bit, not like in the Shane Olsen stylized sense, but I'm not going for a super accurate 100%. I mean, the guy's massive. So that's what I really want to kind of get across is like the big feel of this guy. So yeah. And between now and next week, I hope it looks finished.
Okay. Cool. Bradley.
Mines will not be looking finished by next week. But my goal is that I'll have his face blocked in and his costume blocked in with fairly decent anatomy by next week.
Okay, cool. And I will lap the shit out of both of y'all, son, because I'm almost done. What you know about it? No, I'm gonna figure out what I want to do as far as his face is concerned. Like I said, he feels too much like Barenthal right now. Work on the pose, get him in that. Like I love this Bizarro pose right here. That's so dope.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably do something like that. But before I do, I want to make sure that everything is tightened up, and then I will, and then that will be it.
Hey, what the Colossus base mesh?
This was a Colossus base mesh. Yeah. All. Hey, listen. Full disclosure, I cheated like a mug because I already started with my Colossus.
It's okay.
Pretty much done.
Hey, yeah. MJ, I was gonna let him talk that foolishness.
all is fair. All is fair in the Stylus League. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me.
I'm mad I didn't think of it.
Yeah. Just so quick story before we get out of here. That Colossus piece is weird because I have a client that I've worked with before that ghosted me. Who actually started me on doing a bunch of X-Men, and this is not a private citizen. This is a company, and I cannot get a hold of them to save my life. So I didn't show what it actually is going to look like on the card, but yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this thing for my Bizarro.
Why not?
All right. Anyway, all right, everybody.
Awesome.
Good night. Have a good night, everyone. See you next Friday. Wait.
Everybody.
No, actually, we won't be here next Friday.
We won't be here next Friday.
We won't be here next Friday. So next time you see us will be December 3rd.
Well, now this really has to look finished. Damn.
Yeah, you got time to play around. While we're not doing anything for Thanksgiving like we should be doing, we should be.
We'll be in our Discord. We'll be in the Discord.
Exactly.
It's like, how's your turkey, Mike? But turkey sandwich? Yeah, my turkey sandwich.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, man, this turkey sandwich is delicious.
Oh yeah, let's all do
slices.
Turkey sandwich. Then we can do turkey sandwich Wednesday. When we end on Wednesday, we'll just have turkey sandwiches.
Exactly. All right, everybody. We ran out of music even. Okay, see you.
All right, have a good night.
Night, guys.